everybody, this is your weekly horoscope for Monday the 10th of December going through until Sunday the 16th of December 2018. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's a pleasure to be with you. I'm going to give you a day-by-day rundown of what's happening this week, and this horoscope is for all signs of the zodiac. What I do is I look at what's going on in the sky and how the planets form relationships with each other, how that's going to impact all of us here on planet Earth, and how we can use the energy to our advantage and make the best of this. Now, bear in mind that my horoscopes are based on UK time, and as always, don't get too hung up on the timings. It's not like a planet changes at 11:41 and it's like at that minute, boom, and something changes. It's a gradual, organic, natural change. So let's start. Monday the 10th of December, the moon moves into Aquarius at 11:41 in the evening. So it's in Capricorn for most of the day. Capricorn is an earth sign. It's the sign of the worker. It's about really feeling I don't need things handed to me on a silver platter. If I want something in life, I understand that I need to work for it, and I also want to work for it. So Capricorn gets a sense of satisfaction out of being productive and doing things and moving forward and setting goals. Now the moon squares Uranus in Aries. Uranus is the planet of rebellion, energy and eccentricity, and in Aries it's really full on, because Aries is about moving forward at all costs, regardless of the obstacles. It doesn't look in any direction other than forward. So all of this energy is really pushing you to move forward at any cost. And the moon also sextiles Mercury in Scorpio. Mercury is the communication planet, and when that's in Scorpio, it really looks within. It's like an emotional psychic detective, and it gets to the very truth of what's going on. So we've got a mixed bag here. You start the week with fiery passion. That's about yourself, about your goals, your desires, your aims, your achievements. By the evening, when the moon goes into Aquarius, you'll feel a greater desire to help others and to still move forward, but up until now, there's been a strong need to express your own feelings, and that ebbs away now. I want to give you an example of this. We've had this kind of energy last week because Mars and Neptune have been joining each other from Thursday last week until Sunday last week. The way this manifested in my life is I've been in love 2 times in my life. And both times I told the people, and it was not reciprocated, and neither spoke to me ever again. And you know, you come to terms with things like that. I came to terms with it, but I still had a sense of shame around those things. So I decided last week, out of the blue, I have tried to track these people down for years to kind of get some closure on it, and to say, I did feel this way and I need you to hear it, and I apologize if it damaged you or caused you distress or whatever, but I really want to close the book on it, and I also want you to hear what I feel, you know, this strong need to express your feelings and to be heard. And magically last week I was able to find both of them who I had been looking for years, and I contacted both of them and they got back to me and they said, no harm done, hope you can move forward, hope you can have a happy life. And that provided me with a sense of validation of my feelings, and it allowed me to let go of the shame I had. You know, when you have a memory and you think back on it and you cringe and you're like, oh, it's gone now. And I'm in a kind of grieving process, because even though it was a kind of shameful memory, it gave me a link to both of those people. And now it's gone, done, dusted. So there's an emptiness, there's a vacuum that's now been created, and nature doesn't like vacuum, so it's going to fill it with something. So here on Monday, during the day, you still have a chance to do that kind of thing, to think about yourself and to express your own feelings. By the evening, when the moon goes into Aquarius, that's about being a humanitarian, and then your mood really changes to say, I want to help other people, not me. So if you've got unfinished business like I did, and you want to free yourself of negative thoughts and experiences and get closure on them, do it on Monday. On Tuesday, the 11th of December, we have the Aquarius moon squaring Venus, the planet of love and beauty, in Scorpio. So again, very intense, very watery. The moon in Aquarius is air. It's about teaching, it's about making sure that other people are taken care of, and it's about exchanging ideas and making things better for everybody. So you're very magnanimous here on Tuesday. The square with Venus in Scorpio means that the intensity isn't that relevant anymore. So you're not like, okay, me, I'm not interested in that so much. The moon also sextiles Jupiter in Sagittarius, and Jupiter in Sagittarius also is not interested in intense feelings. Jupiter in Sagittarius is like, let's go galloping and let's ride forward, and that's where good luck is going to come from. So on Tuesday, there's a much greater desire to look to the future and to get into the holiday spirit instead of looking within and finding the answers and getting that out of your system. The trend continues throughout the week and makes this a week really that lacks contemplation and self-reflection, which isn't always a bad thing, to just let go and to accept things as they are and to have fun. And that's why I'm saying on Monday, finish off any of that emotional business, because by the end of Monday and then on Tuesday, you can really just look to the future and enjoy yourself and say, I'm free, I'm ready, let's go. On Wednesday, the 12th of December, we have Mercury leaving Scorpio. So the communication planet in Scorpio goes deep and it moves into Sagittarius. So like the sun being in Sagittarius, we're in Sagittarius season at the moment. When the communication planet is in Sagittarius, it sets goals for the future and it tries to get there as quickly as possible. So it's about, if you look at this via the tarot, it's going from the Hermit to the Chariot. So going from shining the light within to getting on your wheels and cruising on forward. The only problem with Mercury in Sagittarius is because it's looking at the horizon all the time, it doesn't do well with the details in the here and now. So make sure that you dot the I's and cross the T's, and that you take care of your actual responsibilities rather than flitting off everywhere. The Aquarius moon still makes you really care about other people, allows you to articulate yourself very well, and that sextiles the sun in Sagittarius as well. So on Wednesday, it's full steam ahead now with fun and joy and looking to the future and also buying presents. Jupiter is in Sagittarius, the sign that it rules, and Jupiter is good luck, but it magnifies everything. So there may be excess. So you really care about making other people happy, and that's of much greater importance to you now than your bank balance. So on Wednesday, really be careful not to just go on this massive and excessive shopping spree and buying presents so that other people are really, really happy and then getting yourself in debt. Try not to do that and try and find a balance of, yes, I want to make people happy, but if I don't have the money, then I can find other ways of creating gifts. I can make something myself. And those are the gifts usually that are much more meaningful anyway. On Thursday, the 13th of December, the moon goes into Pisces at 12:41 p.m. So that's noon, so in the middle of the day. Okay, the moon in Pisces is self-sacrificing. it's spiritual, it's intuitive, it's creative, and the astrology is based on the seasons, and Pisces is the last house. So in March, you've been in the winter in your little cabin and it's been snowing, and you've got the larder full of salted beef and things so you can get through the winter. By March, you're almost out of food, and you really have to sacrifice yourself so that everybody survives. That the group survives. You can't be selfish and say, well, I'm hungry, I'm going to eat all of this, and you guys do your own thing. So that's what Pisces is really good at. So you go into that mode now. The Pisces moon then trines Venus in Scorpio. So now we have Venus activated and the moon is receptive to it. So your feelings and your love for other people is going to be super intense. It squares Mercury in Sagittarius, the communication planet zipping off in all different directions, and it squares Jupiter in Sagittarius. So Thursday is really different because the breaks go on and your feelings demand your attention today. Possibly because there's a new love appearing in your life, and as a metaphor, you kind of get out of your race car that you've been in this week so far, and you stop to admire the beautiful and the captivating. So keep an eye out on your practical responsibilities again, such as bills, as you'll have zero interest in these things at the moment. It's a magical time, and this is a great week, but make sure that you don't shun your basic responsibilities. So go to work if you have a job. Don't just traipse off and have, a fun day at the beach. Honor your commitments and the promises that you've made. On Friday the 14th of December, we've got the moon in Pisces, conjuncting Neptune in Pisces. So a conjunction is when the moon and Neptune, they sit together and they meet. So Neptune is the water planet of dreams and intuition. In Pisces, it's in the sign that it rules, so it's super, super happy. And the imagination and the intuition and feelings just flow now. The moon also conjuncts Mars in Pisces. Mars is the male principle. And in Pisces, Mars isn't particularly happy because Mars rules the first sign of the zodiac. In April, where the flowers are now out, squirrels are back out, finding food, and there's fire and action going on in the world. And it's in the last sign of the zodiac. So Mars, me, has to sacrifice and think about other people. So it doesn't like that. The moon also sextiles Saturn in Capricorn, so that's structure and stability by working towards it. And Pluto in Capricorn. Changes to your physical circumstances, to your health, to your work, to your financial situation as a result of working. So on Friday, your feelings take over completely and push you to change your circumstances so that you're able to be happy. You feel this desperate need to make space in your life for happiness. Realize that the happiness lies within you always, and it's not dependent on people, places, or things. They're just the triggers that bring that happiness out in you. The thing about being desperate for anything on planet Earth is a bad idea, because when you are desperate, that energy just disappears from you and it runs away. When you don't need it anymore, things come to you easily. So realize that the happiness is already there. I mean, all you have to do is think of a happy memory, and you realize that you have the capacity for happiness. You can make yourself happy, and it's not a bad idea today to listen to your feelings, because if you're able to change your circumstances so that you feel better about them, you'd be a fool not to use that opportunity. So Friday is a great opportunity to really have emotional freedom in your life and to be happy, among other things, as Carrie Fisher used to say. Now on Saturday the 15th of December, we've got the Pisces moon conjuncting Chiron in Pisces. Chiron is the wounded healer. In Pisces it's good because you're able to heal wounds by connecting with yourself and spirits and your feelings. And it sextiles Pluto, the planet of transformation and change, in Capricorn. The moon also squares the sun in Sagittarius. So you have a very sensitive and psychic moon today, allowing you to look at the wounds and to heal them. And the phoenix rising from the ashes, Pluto, gives you the power to overcome past wounds and pains and scars. The square between the sun in Sagittarius with the moon means that you don't run off and don't deal with things. You're there, you're present, and you're able to really heal things that have held you back in the past. So Saturday is a lovely combination of feeling and power. So water and fire. You're now able to see very far into your future, and you have the wonderful ability to shape that future in your mind and to plan ahead. By doing this, you unwittingly heal wounds from the past, giving you more freedom from the self that's negative. So negative thoughts, negative memories, negative faulty beliefs that you've accepted about yourself. You're able to free yourself from those and let them go. So it's a day to celebrate. Saturday, celebrate your life, celebrate you, throw a party for you. I watched one of the Real Housewives episodes a while ago, and someone threw a party because she's an Aries. So it was an Aries party. So any excuse. And celebrating yourself is better than an Aries party, because you should throw a party for yourself every day. Really, we should all do that for ourselves. I've got the courage and the strength. I woke up again. I've got a whole nother day in front of me. Well done for being here. Well done for facing life head on. Instead of, oh, you're not good enough and I'm going to criticize you and you're not in the right job. And we've got none of that this week. We've got the future is bright. I feel my feelings. I'm happy. I know how to create happiness. It's a wonderful week. So this is really a fab way to kind of move towards Christmas here. I love it. Finally, on Sunday the 16th of December, the moon goes into Aries at 45 minutes past midnight. So you have Aries for the whole day, really. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So it's now more fire, more drive forward. It squares Saturn in Capricorn. So your physical circumstances may feel like they're holding you back. Your responsibilities are holding me back. Holding, the fact that I only live in this house is holding me back. I want more. My job isn't good enough. My relationships, everything's holding me back. I want more, more, more. In the recovery rooms, they call that more-ism, because that's part of the problem, that we always want more, and the ism is I, self, me. So if you're just like more, 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 you're not thinking about anyone else, you're not being considerate, you're just thinking about numero uno. Aries does that well, and it allows you to say, I'm the number one person here, and I'm moving forward. The moon also trines Mercury in Sagittarius, giving it more fire and power and more energy to communicate with passion and looking to the future. And it trines Jupiter, the lucky planet, in Sagittarius. Mars in Pisces sextiles Pluto in Capricorn. So Mars in Pisces is frustrated feelings again, and the sextile to Pluto in Capricorn means that if there are any frustrations that you really focus on today, you can make things more difficult for yourself in your physical circumstances. The best thing to do is to really allow yourself the freedom to thrive and to move forward and to go ahead. So on Sunday the 16th, there's the possibility that you now go too far and you become reckless in your desire to have fun and to move forward with your life. Make sure that you attend to the things that need doing instead of burying your head in the sand like an ostrich and going out to parties and dinners and lunches, you know, and the credit card's maxed out, and the kids are missing you and they're like, where's dad? Where's he gone? That can have a significant negative effect on your finances and your personal relationships. So really, on Sunday the 16th, if you've promised to if you've made a date with someone on Sunday the 16th, and it's someone you've known for a long time, and you're just like, oh, this is going to be the same old again, I'm bored, instead I'm going to go clubbing. I don't care anymore, I need to have fun. That kind of attitude, of course, is going to have a negative effect on that relationship, because you just ditch that person. You're being inconsiderate and you're just thinking about yourself. So if it's something that's absolutely necessary, then go and focus on yourself. If you're someone who can never stand up for themselves or can never do what you really want, then Sunday is your day to be selfish for once. Good for you. But if you're someone who's kind of like assertive and you pretty much say what goes, it's too much. There's the possibility that you just cross the line and go too far. So that's what I get for you this week. It looks like an amazing week. I hope you have loads and loads of fun. If you would like a private reading with me, please visit the website gregoryscott.com. And to order your reading, you can either click the book your reading button on the homepage, or you can go to the readings tab, which will take you to the readings page, and you can order your appointment with me there. In my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, and numerology, and I combine them all. So the astrology chart in particular is wonderful. I need your place of birth, your date of birth, and time of birth to draw up your chart. If you don't have the time of birth, I can use sunrise, but it's really not as accurate as obviously having the time. If you don't have your time of birth, there's a process called chart rectification where I can work out your time of birth. You give me some life events and I can work it out. So if you're interested in that, please get in touch. Also, the astrology chart is like a blueprint of who you are. So it tells me where you've been in past lifetimes, what your purpose is this time around, your life purpose, what your vocational aptitudes are, so where you can really shine and how you can use your talents in your career. It shows me what's destined for you in health, romance, moving, traveling, finances and work, friends, spiritual progress, hopes and dreams, and I can answer any questions you may have. So if you are interested in that, then please get in touch with me via this is me German, we can't do the V's and W's. Visit the website gregoryscott.com and order your reading there. I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll speak to you next week.